I talked to Sam Altman at DealBook just about a month and a half ago now, and he says, I don't think we're disentangling, to your point. He says, look, I will not pretend there are no misalignments or challenges. Obviously, there are some. On the whole, he said that he thinks it's tremendously positive. What are the things where there's not alignment? One of the things I noticed in one of your filings recently is you actually put OpenAI as a competitor on your list, which I thought must speak about your ambitions long term.
Yeah, I mean, more importantly, I think for us, one of the things that, in fact, Stargate is the answer. You know, Sam wants to continue with the scaling laws to build out more compute in order for him to train more models. And we have a ROFR, so he comes to us first. If we meet those needs, then we clear it. If not, he can go to these other providers. And so, therefore, I think it works out well for Sam and for us. So this was an adjustment, quite frankly, that we made in order to support both his needs, while at the same time keeping the integrity of what we wanted as the strategic value.
You were investing $80 billion already. How much money do you ultimately put into this?
So this is where Microsoft is investing $80 billion in capital each year, and this year we're investing. And I'm not particularly in the details of what they're investing.
Okay, and so, but when you look at that $100 billion commitment, $500 billion potential, I don't know if you saw Elon Musk took to Twitter and said they don't have the money. The money doesn't exist, as if this is not really going to happen. What do you think of that?
Look, all I know is I'm good for my $80 billion. I am going to spend $80 billion building out Azure. Customers can count on Microsoft with OpenAI models being there everywhere in the world, serving OpenAI models and other models. That's, I think, what I know.
One of the other discussions here in Davos, and even before Davos, has been this question of whether there's a wall, whether the scaling laws will continue apace. And Sam Altman has been out there saying that they will continue apace. Sundar Pichai has been suggesting that actually it gets a little bit more complicated sooner than we may imagine. Where do you land on that?
I mean, I think both are true, actually, because the reality is I don't think there's a wall. Things do get harder with scale. And interestingly enough, pre-training scale with, as the scale goes up, gets harder. But then what Sam and team have shown, even with O1 and now O3, is this inference time compute and the ability to really have inference scaling compound, in some sense, the effects of scaling laws. So what used to be a 6-month doubling, maybe a 3-month doubling. So I would say scaling laws are very much alive. And the question now is, in fact, if anything, how do you take advantage of all this capability building to deploy real AI systems?